I want to ask you, if you disappear for 48 hours, completely unreachable, would your organization keep moving? Drop yes or no. I want to hear. Would your inbox look like a hostage negotiation by morning?
It was the worst year for a lot of us for our mental as well as physical health. So joining us this morning is best-selling author, coach Lisa Goldenthal.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lisa G, your host. You're at the top of your game, yet the game is changing faster than ever. Strategies that got you here aren't the ones that'll keep you here. The pressure is relentless, and the fear of obsolescence looms large. That's why I'm here. Welcome to the new podcast series, Disrupted: How to Be Gritty and Unlock Performance in Business, Mindset, Wellness, and Success to help you master disruption.
Thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon.
One question before we dive in. Actual honesty required, not LinkedIn honesty, where everyone is scaling, grateful for the journey, simultaneously crushing it, and all of that. I want to ask you, if you disappear for 48 hours, completely unreachable, would your organization keep moving? Drop yes or no. I want to hear. Would your inbox look like a hostage negotiation by morning? Let me know in the comments. Drop 1 if it kept moving, or drop 2 if the hostage situation begins immediately. And if you just instinctively checked your phone, that's a 2, and we both know it. And I'm glad you're here. So welcome to the video. I want to tell you about 2 people tonight that I admire. First, Sarah Blakely. You know her, founded Spanx from $500 and a pair of scissors in her apartment. Huge fan of Sarah. She pitched to manufacturers who literally laughed at her and literally built it into a $1 billion brand anyhow. But here is the part nobody puts on the motivational poster. There was a moment where Sarah realized she had become the thing her company could not survive without. Every decision rooted back to her. Every direction came from her. And every problem found her desk. And she said she had to make a deliberate, and hear this because this is important, uncomfortable, and hear this, ego challenging decision. It has to be uncomfortable and ego challenging to scale and to architect a business that did not need her in every room. Not delegate randomly, not step back, redesign. And that is the moment Spanx stopped being Sarah's very demanding full-time job and started becoming Sarah's legacy. So drop a yes if you're here with me and you're tracking with this. And now Richard Branson, who is possibly, literally right now on a yacht as you watch this on Necker Island, his private island, playing chess or kite surfing and having a genuinely wonderful time. How does that sound? I wouldn't mind. While Virgin Atlantic is running and while Virgin Hotels is running, his entire portfolio of companies is running. without him in a single meeting. So how does that sound? Let me know in the comments. And before you say, well, they both had more resources than me, Sarah was doing this when Spanx was still scrappy. Branson was doing this before the island even existed. Because it was never about the resources. It was about one decision they both made. They deliberately architected their own irrelevance. Not indispensable, not dispensable, unnecessary. Drop yes in the comments if that phrase just made you either very inspired or slightly terrified. Both are correct answers, by the way. I want to hear from you guys. Let's talk about the 3 bottlenecks I'm seeing right now. Because here is the reality for most leaders watching this tonight. You're not Sarah on the legacy, and you're not Branson on the yacht. You are the version of both of them before they made that decision. And here is exactly what I'm seeing, how it shows up. So let's be honest here. Tell me which one is yours. I want to hear from you guys. Drop 1, 2, 3, or all 3. Number 1, the human toll booth. Nothing moves without your approval. Your team does not make decisions. They make suggestions. And then politely wait for you to make the actual decision. And that's all while calling it a collaborative process. You're not leading a company. You're running a very expensive permission slip operation. And that line forms daily. So let me know if you can relate in the comments. And number 2 is the human weather system. When you walk in, fired up, the whole floor catches it. When you have one bad morning, on the other hand, by 10 a.m., 3 departments have somehow lost momentum. Your team does not have a culture. They have a mood forecast. Can you relate? And they check it every morning before deciding how ambitious to be that day. So that's number 2. And number 3 is the human fire station. Every crisis, every escalation, this one really needs you lands on your desk. You did not build a leadership team. You built a remarkably talented group of people who have learned with great precision exactly which problems to bring to you. All of them, all 3 hitting at once. Let me know in the comments. Congratulations. If that is the case, you have built a fully operational one-person bottleneck system at scale. So I want to jump into the shift. Because Sarah did not just hire more people. Branson did not just delegate randomly. They both asked the same question. And here's the thing. This is a question that most leaders never ask. How do I make myself unnecessary here? And then they redesigned the structure until the answer was yes. That is execution architecture. And here's what it gives you. This is the good thing. It can give you 15 plus hours back every single week. Decisions are moving without you. Escalations dropping off your desk like they found someone else's address. and a team that owns outcomes instead of waiting for permission. And the version of you that finally gets to lead from the top instead of carrying everything from the bottom. How does that sound? Okay, my husband moved my charger to the garage for months, trying to force this outcome manually, by the way. Turns out there's a faster way, and I had to learn the hard way. So we're coming to the end. Here is what I know about everyone still watching right now. You did not sit through this because everything is fine. I've heard fine a lot. You sat through this because something landed. So here's what I want you to do next. Not tomorrow, right now. DM me one word, execute, just execute. And we can get on a call with my boss, Legacy Diagnostic call. No pitch, no fluff, no performance. Just me showing you exactly where your organization is depending on you too much and exactly what it is costing you every single week. And I only open up a handful of spots each month. So if tonight landed, do not let this be the live you watched, nodding along, and then went back to being the human toll booth. Sarah has the legacy, Branson has the yacht, and you get to decide what you're building, and that's the exciting part. So I'm Lisa G. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to comment, like, and share, and DM me execute. Let's build the structure that gets you there. I'll see you next week. Onward.